What's going on YouTube, krispyENT, and I'm back with another Suicide Squad video. In today's video, I wanted to kind of discuss the state of Suicide Squad, you know, the future, my stance. I also wanted to get your guys' stance on where you stand with the game. I know there's a lot of game breaking bugs going on, and you know, a lot of the stances are coming from people who can't even play the game. And I do know that people who can play the game and are barely experiencing bugs are having a good time. So it's kind of like a tough situation. So I wanted to drop a video discussing the update that they came out with, supposedly addressing a lot of the issues. But yeah, we just gonna have to wait and find out, because man, it's something. And with all that being said, let's get into these patch notes. All right, so starting out with the patch notes, I will have these linked in the description so you guys can go over them by yourself. I'm kind of just going to highlight over the most important part and skim through, so this isn't going to be a super long video. All right, so starting out patch notes, February 21st. There are a couple of points we specifically wanted to highlight. For players experiencing issues when trying to log in, we believe this patch will address the issue for some. We are continuing to investigate further causes of this and will have additional fixes in upcoming patches. Players experiencing performance issues and disconnects while playing multiplayer, we have addressed a number of issues in this update, and players should see improvements when playing with others. Okay, so what really kind of gets me with this one is they addressed right above this. There are a couple of points we specifically wanted to highlight. So they wanted to point these out. Well, guess what? They pointed them out and people still can't log into the game. People literally can't even send game invites now after this update. Not to mention you could at least do that before. Now you can't even send game invites to the homies. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It sucks because I was looking at this game like a game that I really just mainly wanted to play with the homies. Yes, I could play it solo. I love the game, don't get me wrong. I can play it solo. I can grind it solo. I have been. But it's a different feeling. It's so much better when you're with the friend, and then you kind of put an image of your friend in the character they're playing. So when the character does something, it's almost as if your friend did, and it's funny as shit. Half the time it's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at games like this. You know, everybody's stuck up on live service, but I'm here to enjoy the game for what it is and play it with the homies. And the fact that I can't do that, I don't know, it's a tough thing to take in. All right, so moving on real quick. I also want to point out, they said we're aware that there are other issues that are not yet addressed with this patch, but know that we are laser focused on resolving critical issues as quickly as we can, and we have more fixes on the way in future updates. Okay, so I understand this, but why not put speed and efficiency into what you're updating, but address everything? So it shouldn't matter how long it's taken, as long as you keep us updated and let us know that you're doing it fast, you know. And we're not getting that. Like, we're getting somewhat of updates as to what's going to happen with within these updates. You know, it's kind of like the trust is beginning to take a hit now. Or can we even trust that what they're saying is going to happen and come to fruition? You know, so moving on down to changes in this release, right? This one I love, it's amazing, but again, there's a big bug attached to it that's almost as if this update isn't even there, you know? So to help players more easily access the end game, we have increased the reward for completing the first Mayhem mission to 9,000 Promethium, up from 3,000. This is a great jump, you know, no complaints here. We have increased the rewards from completing Raising Hell. These increase with each tier for some pretty juicy loot and a bunch of Promethium and crafting materials. The new Promethium reward amounts and gear drops are as follows. You can read them here. Each tier will also grant at least one legendary item. See, this is looking good. It's looking great. It's sounding amazing. Like, let's go. Come on. Like, you feel me? We're getting updates. We're getting somewhere with things. You know, it's the small QOL things like this that make the game more enjoyable. You know, so any aspect as to whether we're doing incursions or open world farming, we're gonna get some good loot and we're gonna get some drops. We're gonna be able to, it's gonna feel rewardable, you know, and it gets even better. So as you can see, taking out the hit squads will also grant a set amount of gear drops in addition to completing Raising Hell. These drops can only be legendary or notorious items, and they are as follows. So this is fun. This is a great addition to the game. Like I said before, it's making open world farming and incursions rewardable, you know. But here's the thing. All right, so as you can see, I've completed the Raising Hell tier 3, and all I have left to do is complete a mission in Metropolis. So you'll get your mission completed screen right here. This is the bug that's pissing a lot of people off. As you can see, I completed the mission. I was on Raising Hell tier 3. I'm on Raising Hell tier 4. As you can see, 0% completed to the left. But what's tricky about that is there's no getting off this screen right here. It's just an ongoing bug. I don't know what's going on. Like, no idea. Sucks. And what really sucks about this, when you close the app and reload the game, you start back on Raising Hell tier 1. So there's that. All right, going over the last couple changes that were included in this release. Enemies in hack support squad missions will now prioritize a shield harvestable state over the burning effect. This should make these missions easier to complete if using a build that often triggers the Diablo Blaze Affliction, and for those using Black Mass Notorious firearms. We have updated the DPS values for Notorious and Infamy firearms to be consistent across all weapon types within their respective tier and rarity. Green Lantern infused choppers in Lex's second support squad mission now have been replaced with non-infused choppers. I put decent little fixes, you know, I don't know who asked for it, but hey, nothing too crazy. We appreciate it. I'm not gonna go over all these bug fixes. Like I said, I'll have the link in the description for you guys to just click in and read them if you want, because look, there's kind of a lot. But one thing that kind of got me about this is, where's it at? Right here. Fixed a bug that will sometimes result in a loading Metropolis screen after collecting your first affliction from Ivy. Did they just like fix it from that one and move it over to the raising L tiers now? Because no one can get past tier 3, man. What the fuck is going on? Hey, man, that's gonna do it for me, y'all. Look, I'm still Team Suicide Squad, man. I'm still gonna be playing the game. I'm gonna be here for season 1. I'm gonna be here for all the seasons, all the content. Hey, I just got a knack for games like this. I don't know what it is. Avengers had me hooked. Division 2 got me hooked. This shit got me hooked. Look, maybe this is just where I need to be. All right, look, I don't know what else to tell you, but go ahead, let me know, what team are you guys on? Are you jumping ship? You feel me? You getting up out of here, or are you still playing the game, man? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and like the video, man. I appreciate all y'all. We did just hit 500 subscribers while I was editing this video, so I am hyped as hell about that. Let's keep it going. Let's keep pushing. Next goal is 1,000. I appreciate all of y'all, man. It's krispyENT, and I'm up out of here.